before I say anything more about Michele, I want to get this recorded.
I got it going.
Oh, awesome, Chris. Thank you so much. So she is a physician's assistant. She got introduced to isogenics from Lauren Sims' cousin. So it's always interesting how we all get started and how we get connected to people. She started with the products in 2014, just like I did, had an incredible product transformation in 2014, just like I did. Got her sister started. Her sister had an incredible product transformation. If you guys have not seen these transformations, let's make sure you get a look at them, but truly incredible. And Michele is 100% committed. This is like coming from like a doctor person, 100% committed to changing how people view their health and their health, like the healthy lifestyle that they lead. So she just had such a great experience. She can't even keep quiet about it. And she is currently a 1-star silver circle director, but I promise you she will be an executive before this year ends. She is creating consultants and enrolling people, and the lives she is changing is just totally unbelievable. So Michele, I absolutely love watching you just light the world on fire. And she's going to be leading our training this evening. We couldn't have a more excited, pumped up person to do this. So I'm going to zip it and I'm going to let you go ahead and get started, girl.
All right, here I am. Everybody see me and hear me okay? Yeah? So I'm excited. I'm really excited to do this. I'm really pumped up from today. I had 2 really great calls with 2 amazing people. One is a nurse I used to work with, and one is actually just somebody that I sort of met from a Facebook group, and I really reached out to her, and she's just really looking to feel better and drop some weight, and you know, it's funny. I'm going to talk about connecting and using your tools, but you know, you cannot explain the feeling that you get when you connect with somebody and actually feel the hurt. You know, the gal that I talked to today, she wanted to lose at least 60 pounds. And it gives me goosebumps every time people enroll, because I know that they're going to have such a transformation, and I know that they're going to have such an amazing time. And I just cannot stop sharing that with people. And it's just, you know, I love my day job, but this is absolutely my passion. And if I can, you know, transmit to you any of the things that I do that help me be, I don't want to necessarily say successful, because, you know, I don't feel like this is a job for me. This is just so fun and rewarding that I want to make sure that I transmit that to people. But in any case, I want to go through our couple of little stories real quick. First, I'll have Betsy Nelson step out and give us her product story. She is one of the most funny and cute and sweet, amazing NPs that I work with. And she wanted to lose a few pounds and feel better. And I can't remember how, I don't know if I reached out to her or you know, I just had to have breakfast with her one day because she's just such a fun person. I just, you know, really want to be around people like that. And we connected, and I said, you know what, I think you might like this. You should really try it. And I want her to share her story. So Betsy, go ahead and unmute yourself and tell your story.
Can everybody hear me? You can hear me. Well, Michelle's a wonderful person. Let me just tell you, I felt like I've known her forever. And she reached out to me before Isogenics. I was tired. I was stressed. I have a 9-year-old. Life is just busy. And I was pretty much on board from the start after hearing her story and hearing her tell me about these wonderful products. So I jumped on board with the 30-day weight loss program. And it wasn't instant. It was a week or two into it. And then things just started changing. I started noticing I had more energy. The weight that I had been stuck on for probably about a year or more, the scale just wouldn't move. And I noticed within 2 to 3 weeks of being on the isogenics, the weight was just dropping off. I had energy. I was sleeping better. Just overall felt better. My skin looked better. I am going into my 4th month, and I am a true, I would say, isogenics addict, but I am just completely blown away. I just don't feel like it's a diet. I feel like it is a lifestyle. I feel like it is something that is just part of my day. I was telling Michele that I ran out of my ionics, and I noticed a huge difference in my energy level today, even just not having that. So I just think it's wonderful, and I'm truly hooked on this lifestyle. And I thank you for sharing this with me.
Oh, my pleasure, girl. I'm so excited for you. Good job, honey.
Thank you.
The next person I want to hear from is my awesome cousin, Miss Stacy Jones. And I want her to share her business story. She can share a little bit of course, of her product story, because that, of course, leads into her business story. But I want her to share how this has changed her.
So Michele introduced me to the products, I guess back in July, and she had been, bothering me for however long before she finally convinced me that time. And once I started it, I of course had no interest in doing the business side. And so she would just randomly send me a little message and be like, hey, if you share, then this happens, and she kept talking about sharing. And so I probably waited a couple months, maybe 2.5 months before I was actually sharing and telling people about it. And so it was really cool, the first time that I shared and I got the product introductory bonus, and she would send me messages all along telling me about, you made this much money or whatever. And it was just kind of all foreign to me. Well, probably a couple weeks ago, something happened that it was it finally just clicked on the inside of me that this could really be a business, that it didn't have to be, something that you just made a little bit of money here or a little bit of money there. And being a stay-at-home mom, that was a really big, click in my brain. I could really make some money, doing this. And so, I got all fired up about it, and I called her, and I probably talked an 8 minutes a mile, because I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't contain it. And she was like, yeah, it was probably stuff she already knew all along, but it's exciting that you can make, you can not only make the product introductory bonuses, but once you start growing the business and you start, adding people to your team, and you see, yourself cycling and things like that. I mean, it's not just, it's not just, it doesn't have to be small and it doesn't have to be big. It can be whatever you make it. And so it's exciting to me because you can grow it as big as you want, and you don't have to have an education for it. You don't have to have, anything in particular, just like my cousin said, you just have to be pumped up about the products, and telling people about it and adding people to your team, and then developing them, past just them understanding that the products are awesome, And so I think it's a great opportunity. And I encourage each person I talk to, if they have any interest at all, to jump in and start doing it. So.
Well, and I have to say that Stacy and her husband have lost how much now? 70 pounds?
75, closer to 75.
75. Woo!
Yeah.
So exciting. It's just so amazing to help other people and just it's to be a fly on the wall when we talk, and it's like, oh my gosh, I really want this for this person, or it's just so exciting to help other people, and to see my cousin flourish is just absolutely awesome. I love you, Stace. So
you did love you too.
Thanks, girl. So the next is our product spotlight. So I asked Laura Laurie to please do our product spotlight, and it is our toner. That is one of the products that I actually just bought. I don't know why I haven't been using the skincare line, but I want Laura to step out and go ahead and tell us about the toner if she's still here.
Do you see me? And can you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I actually have video now because I'm back to me. I'm not Lauren anymore, but I've actually got my video up and working. So first, I'm just going to say I am obsessed with our skincare line. And I know some of you have probably heard me talk about our skincare line before, but I was never, ever, ever my whole life a skincare junkie at all. I washed my face with the same Neutrogena soap from the time I was a teenager until a year and a half ago. And I put coconut oil on my skin after I washed it with Neutrogena soap. And by the way, this isn't just for women. So if there's guys on here and they're like, okay, I'm not going to listen to the skin stuff. This is a totally gender neutral skincare line. It is not specifically female oriented. It's not flowery or perfumey, but it will definitely ensure you're taking great care of your skin. It will definitely ensure that you're slowing down the aging process. So that's something that both guys and girls want. So when I talk about our Rejuvity skincare line, please don't think that it's specific to women only, okay? So I'm obsessed with the skincare line. I actually completed my one of my Isabody challenges, and I'd had so many clients asking me about the Rejuvity skincare line that I felt sort of obligated to take my Isabody earnings and get the skincare line with it so that I would at least be able to tell people what it felt like, smelled like, how it worked on my skin, whatever. And it's honestly the first skincare line that I've ever used. And I am obsessed. My skin has never looked more radiant, more glowing. You know, it starts with what we put in our body, but then the second step is what we put on our body, right? So we cleanse from the inside out, but we want to stop putting the toxins in and on our skin. And the Rejuvity skincare line, whether it's shower gel, body lotion, face wash, whatever that is, you want it to be free of toxins. So the Rejuvity line is totally free of toxins, but what I love about our toner, and I'm sorry I don't have the bottle with me, when all the technology issues started happening with my computer, it decided to do a series of upgrades. I couldn't stop about 10 minutes before the call and it got crazy. But anyway, you can Google what it looks like. But what's really powerful about the toner is it has vitamin C in it, which is really, it's like an antioxidant property. So it not only keeps the moisture in your skin, but it removes any excess oils, dirts, toxins, and it really makes the skin brighter and glow a little bit more and reduces the look and appearance of like wrinkles. So guys, I know you care if your face looks wrinkly too. Don't act like it's just us girls. We want less wrinkles, all of us, right? That's part of healthy aging. So the toner is amazing. And just a fast story, my daughter is going to be 15 pretty soon, you know, and so she's pretty concerned with her skin all of a sudden. And I got her some of the Rejuvity line. I didn't get her the youth serum because she doesn't need that yet. But like the toner and the moisturizing lotion and the face wash, I got her. And last night she washed her face and she came out and she's like, touch this, touch this. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, look why my skin's so soft. And she had washed her face and used the toner and put the lotion on. She was all excited. So if you have not tried our Rejuvity skincare line, remember you guys are working really hard to keep all those toxins out of your body. Let's make sure we're not putting more on with our skincare and our health and beauty products. So if you haven't tried Rejuvity, oh my gosh, definitely jump in and try it. It's awesome. And one more plug that has nothing to do with the hydrating toner. If you guys are looking for great gifts for people, one of my favorite gifts is our shower gel and our hand and body cream. Those two together are about $30 for the set, and they are amazing gifts, and they're totally toxin free. So if you need teacher gifts, stocking stuffers, anything, the shower gel and the body cream are awesome. So thank you for letting me share all of that, Michelle, and I'm going to be quiet now, but I get so excited about it.
You're silly. You look so beautiful today. So I guess I will go ahead and start the nitty-gritty of the call. I was asked to talk tonight about connecting and about using our tools, and I'll explain to you what that means. Now, connecting can certainly mean different things to different people. To me, it means making a genuine relationship with people. And I can explain to you how I do it. Certainly it might not be how you do it, or, your friend does it, but I will explain to you kind of what my brain goes through, because I feel like it's just a natural extension of having relationships with people. And, it doesn't to me feel like work, because if I take a genuine interest in people, then that will certainly make them trust me more. And not that people, I don't think, trusted me before, because I'm just going to be that way anyway, but it just is really, this business is really, I feel like, an extension of myself, because I really want to help people. I do love my day job as a PA, and I work in urgent care right now, but this is my passion. This helps people feel better, and that's what I want to help with. But I have to go back a little bit and tell you just a short little story about my grandpa. So Stacy knows this all too well. So my grandpa was a principal of a high school in St. Louis for many, many, many years. He's an awesome guy. Was an awesome guy. He passed away a couple of years ago. But his motto was kill him with kindness. And I'll tell you a little story about that. He had a student that came to him in his office, and he said, "Oh, Coach Leahy, I am not having a good time. This is the beginning of the year. I'm not making friends. What should I do?" And he said, "Hey, Johnny," whomever it was, "I want you to smile. I want you to go up to people, and I want you to ask them how their day is. I want you to talk to them and relate with them and make friends with them, and be positive, and just smile and just have a good time and kill them with kindness." And he said, "I want you to come back to me next term and tell me how it went." So he comes back to my grandpa next term, and he's like, "Oh, Coach Leahy, I did the most amazing thing. I'm doing what you said, and I'm feeling so much better, and I got involved in this club, and I'm friends with these people, and it was just an amazing thing." So it just really goes to show that your attitude transmits so much about yourself and about the relationships you want to make with people, the trust that you want people to have with you. It just is such an amazing thing. And when you talk about connecting, that's where you have to go, is in your mind. Just talk to people, smile at people, have manners, say good morning. That's really what connecting is all about, is just having a relationship with them. Do you have to say something about isogenics all the time? Absolutely not. Just talk to them. It's easy. Just have manners. Smile. It's just amazing. If you can just change your attitude, you change their life and your life. So that's the biggest part of connecting that I wanted you to know, because I learned that from my grandpa, and I know that my dad does the same. We know no strangers, right, Stacy? No strangers. So that's a big part of who we are, and maybe that's a big part of how I can connect with people, is just, I just want to get on their level, and I truly, truly, truly want to help them. The second part about connecting with people, and this kind of goes along with it, is don't make it weird. Don't ask, ask them if they want to try the shake that you have, or whatnot. If they say that, oh my gosh, I need to lose 10 pounds, I say something like, oh gosh, you should really try the nutrition I use. I lost 10 pounds in my first month using it. It's so great. But don't verbal vomit all over them. They don't need or want to know every single little thing about what you have. They need to know a little bit of your excitement, and then you set up giving them information. So all I say is, do you want some information? I'll send you an email. And they say, yeah, here's my email. And then all I do is have an email set up to make sure that they get the right information. And I'll get to the email in just a second. But if you are posting on Facebook, so say they connect to you via Messenger, and they say, hey, what's this nutrition all about that you're using? So I ask them what their goals are. Do you want to lose 10 pounds? Do you want energy? Do you need athletic performance? I always give them a couple of options because, as you guys know, we don't just have one thing. Yes, we have shakes. Yes, we have cleanse, but it's really for everybody. Weight loss, weight gain, just nutrition, healthy aging, all of that. So I want them to know that this is so many different things, because a lot of people are bombarded with fad diets and supplements that can shrink your waistline, or something that you can put on your belly to make it better, which actually I did try, but I was allergic to. But anyway, we want to make sure that people know that this is really just nutrition. So whenever they comment on something, I just tell them, send me your email. So much to explain, but give me your goals. I'd love to help you. It makes me feel awesome. I know you love it too, that sort of thing. Whenever they respond to me, I add them to testimonials. I say, I'm going to put you in our informational group so you can look around. I don't ask them to be added to testimonials because you and I know testimonials is a very important group to be in. It gives you, yes, they're going to get an email from me, but testimonials gives them another site to look through, to peruse through if they have a certain goal, or they have a thyroid issue that you can tag them in, that sort of thing. So important to put them in testimonials. So after they respond with their email, I say, okay, I'm going to send you an email, and it's going to explain everything. And then if they tell me they want to lose 20 pounds, I relate. The biggest thing is here, relate. People are exhausted. They need to lose 20 pounds. You need to tell them that they're not the only one. Yes, I felt the same way too. Oh my gosh, I felt so amazing once I started this. You would really like this. This not only, for me, I feel like it's really genuine, but for other people who have trouble connecting, you just have to remember in your mind, just relate to them. They want to know that you actually care about them. So relate to them. So important. The next part of that is you want to have a duplicative response ready. So, okay, I tell them that I'm going to send them their email. So I send them my form. Essentially, I have a form email that I send to everyone. And Chris has all of my links to all of these things, so he can post in the chat if you want to take a look at those, or we can post them in the group too. But there are several different things. If you have a pen and paper, grab a pen and paper. There's several different things that you want to put in your email. And, like I said, not everybody does this the same. And I'm just telling you what works for me, because when I started, all I did, I read through everything on the website and I got to know the comp plan, and, but I wanted to make something that was duplicatable because I'm busy and I work full time. And, you know, I wanted to make sure that I had something ready to go at all times. So if somebody messaged me about something, I wanted to have an email. And that's what makes this so, I don't want to say easy, because yes, it's, you know, you have to connect with people, right? But it does make it so much easier for me because I have the same thing. I send almost the same thing every time. It's so easy. So the email should include, number one, why do you love it? If this is your best friend from high school and she needs to lose 20 pounds, she needs to know why you love it, not some other friend. So put in your email why you love it. Hey, before Isagenix, do your 30-second story. Before Isagenix, I was so exhausted. I was 20 pounds overweight. I didn't want to go to the gym. I was sleeping all the time. It was just such a problem. And then, the first week of Isagenix, I felt so much better. I lost a couple of inches off my waist. All of those sort of things. People need to know. They want to know why you love it. And they really, really, really want to know from you. So I know that, some people may have been doing it a really long time, but you're their friend and they want to know from you. So put a genuine, that's the top of your email. So put something genuine from you. Each time I send an email, yes, I use a form, but at the top of the email, I put, hey, this is my best friend from high school, right? Hey, Kara, I love this so much, and I'm so excited to share this with you. I can't even tell you, I know that'll help you lose 10 pounds. Or, if somebody's looking for athletic performance, oh my gosh, I know this will shave a minute or two off your pace for your race next, 3 months, or whatever the case may be. But relate to them at the top. Tell them why you love it. The second thing I have found that people really relate to is that not all orders are the same. I tell them that not all orders are the same based on their goals and their budget. Now, you and I know that a 30-day is so beneficial to people. Just flooding them with the nutrition that they need just to make them feel better, drop the weight, just even if they want to lose weight. They want to, you want them to get a healthy metabolism. But people need to know that there are options, right? Because they're going to Google it, right? They're going to go to the main site, which has retail prices, and they're going to flip because they Google it. And then they'll automatically send you a message back, oh, I looked at it, it's too expensive. Well, you haven't, number one, created any value to what we offer, right? And secondly, it's retail prices and not wholesale. They don't know that. So I kind of learned that from experience to tell people in my email that there are a lot of options based on budget. Now, I'm still going to explain to them when I get on the phone what I really think that they should have. But they need to know when I'm sending them the email and I'm not connecting with them on the phone yet, they need to know that there are options. Because ultimately, yes, I'm gonna meet them at where they can go, right? I don't have to give them a 30-day or a value pack or any of that. If they want to start out with a shake, yeah, that's fine. I mean, we know that if you flood yourself with 2 shakes a day, you're going to feel a heck of a lot better than just one in the first week. But, you got to meet people where they're at. But you just got to understand what people are thinking in their mind whenever they look at information when you send that initial email. The third thing about, or the next thing that you want to put in your email is what makes this different. Because it works. There's Arbonne. There's so many other companies out there that have products. They have, pills and God knows what. But they need to know what is different about Isagenix. What do we love most about Isagenix? So what I put in my email, and you'll see in my email, is it's a non-GMO product. It's gluten-free. Mostly everything is gluten-free, soy-free. If you don't know, the big things about soy is like, I won't say company, but I know another company that has soy in their products and phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens can be a contributor to cancers. So soy is a big thing. Soy-free is a huge thing. Gluten-free is a huge thing. So people need to know that. People are seeking out things that are non-artificial. So I put in my email that these are the things that you need to look for, and this is why Isogenic stands head and shoulders above the rest. Let's see. Plus, there are dairy-free options. So, of course, there are some vegan people that want the dairy-free options and not the whey. So, you got to respect their opinions. So I put that in there as well. The next thing I put in my informational email is testimonials. I put my sister, which is one. She's lost 125 pounds. Her husband has lost 80. My parents have lost, I'm going to guess like 50 maybe this year after they started, and they just do a shake a day. So, they're just incorporating the good nutrition, and it just fuels their metabolism, and they feel so much better, which is amazing. So I include a couple of testimonials at the bottom of the info email. And this might all sound like a lot, but to be honest with you, these are the things that I would want to know if somebody sent me information about a company that I was not familiar with. I want to know why they're so good. I want to know why the products are so good, and I want to know why my friend likes it so much. So that makes it so much easier to trust what you're getting into, because I feel like if you explain all of these things up front in the email, then you don't have to spend 30 minutes on a call with people, because all you have to do is refer back to all of the things that you had essentially said in your email. The last thing I include on my email that, I don't know if necessarily everybody watches it, but my favorite video is the Mary Evans Just Cleanse video. The website that I take that from, and you'll see that in my email if you look at the link, is the Vimeo website. That way it doesn't include, how you put a link on YouTube and then it includes a whole bunch of junk under it. But I use the link from the Vimeo website. So I feel like that kind of, it doesn't give all that junk below it. So, why is this a scam or something like that? That's BS. It's so not a scam. But I want them to know, I just love how Mary Evans just really puts it out there and just says, this is the best product ever. And, you can feel her excitement and how much better she felt and things like that. A lot of people don't watch videos, and that's okay. That's why the email is there, to explain all the other things that I feel is very important in the email and essentially the video. So if if people are looking at your email, you really want people to know all of the things that you love about it. So feel free to use any part of my informational email. You'll see that in the links that Krista, I think, is going to put up. The next part about connecting with people is, of course, getting them on the phone. So whenever somebody reaches out to me, say via Messenger, they say, hey, let me know about the nutrition that you use. I immediately text them back, and sometimes I know their goals, sometimes I don't, but I ask them, like I said, what are your goals? Do you want to lose? And they'll say weight loss and energy if they pick out of my 4 or 5 choices. And I tell them, hey, no judgments, but how much weight do you want to lose? I really want to know what exactly is their goal, because that, again, it just tells the people that I care. I want them to reach their goals. So if they're at 20 pounds, then I want to be able to coach them to 40 pounds. So I really want to know their goals. whenever they message me back, I tell them to, like I said, I relate to them, I send them the email, and then I say, what time do you want to get back to me? And I give them choices. So this is in the GoPro book 2, which is very, very helpful, is to set up an appointment. Set up an appointment that works for you. You know, if I have to work till 8 one night, then, you know, I can either say, okay, well, I can talk to you at about 9:00 p.m. or I can talk to you on my day off at 9 a.m. What works better for you? So if they pick a time, then, you know, it's easier for you to set an appointment, to not necessarily be like, hey, did you read my email yet? When do you want to talk about it? Well, you know how open-ended that is. I mean, just give them a choice so you can know when you're going to talk about it, and they can know in their mind, say you're going to talk about it in, like, today's Tuesday night. If you're going to talk to them about it Thursday morning, I just say, hey, make sure that you see the email, and, you know, if you can, watch the video real quick, and that will help you know what it's kind of all about. So, you know, we can talk further about what you can get started with. And then I always end with, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Let's get you in. And then they end too, you know, I'm excited too. Let's get together. Let's talk. And I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer. I think it's a great idea that GoPro had said that, you know, give them times, because I probably would have said, oh, hey, you know, like, when do you want to meet up? And then they would, like, blow you off. So that was a really good thing for me, to just make them give me a time. So it's just very, very, very important just to get a time from people when they can get together with you to talk about it. The next thing, as far as connecting is concerned, is when you get on the phone. So I have made up a checklist of things that I like to go through, and I won't go through it totally because of time, but this is what I have, and it's called the prospect interview. And just in my mind, and you can read through it while I talk. Is it backwards? I think Chris is going to put it up, but just in my mind, these are the things that over time, since doing the business, and I really did the business more, oh gosh, when did I get serious about the business, Laura? Maybe like March or April. I just kind of kept talking to people, and I realized the things that they needed to know and the things that I needed to explain. So it goes through discussing their goals. Number one, when you get on the phone with them, just sort of reiterate their goals, because that really tells them that you care. The next part is creating value in the pack. So, you know, if it's, say, you know, they eat, I ask them what they eat for lunch. Like, oh, do you order out for lunch? Oh, I get a $9, you know, salad at Starbucks or whatever for $9. Then I'll kind of relate that to our 30-day pack. Oh my gosh, you know, our 30-day pack is only $9 a day, and it replaces 68 meals throughout the month. And then, I'm sorry, I know this is backwards, but you can I go through each thing. I explain each product to them, because if you don't explain each product to them, and by the way, go through, Trudy Maples did an awesome explanation of a value pack, and she goes through each and every piece of the pack. So that's what I do. I go through, and it's only just a couple of seconds through each one. I go through each and everything: the Ionics, the shakes, the Accelerator, the Cleanse, Isoflush snacks, Isolites protein bars, e-shots, sample packs, freebie blender, free membership with the higher pack, and then the telomere support vitamins. And I explain to them what telomeres are and why they're so important. And I feel like explaining that to people just really gets them to understand the value of what they are getting. Because if you told me that, you know, you should get started on a 30-day pack and you said it was a $300, I'm going to be like, what? $300? That's a lot. But really, it's going to replace your meals. And then essentially you're in this bickering contest with them if you just tell them the price up front, right? Because you want them to understand what the value is of these products, not just telling them a price. So creating value is the biggest thing that I feel like helps so much, because people really appreciate being explained what they are getting. So explain to them all of the packs. And then at the bottom of my prospect interview, I reiterate that there's a money back guarantee. I explain to them about IsaBody, to where they can get $200 back if they log in and do their pictures the first day and in 16 weeks. And then I do the 14-day talk essentially. So I tell them, oh my gosh, you're going to feel so good. Your second, like, you know, the first weekend is a little bit of an adjustment, but once you turn that corner, you're going to feel so awesome the second week. And you're going to want to share with everybody. They're going to be noticing how much weight you've lost and how your skin looks better and you feel great and you're going to be smiling and you're going to want to share it with them. So do it. Just share it with them. And I tell them, you know, Isagenix does not advertise. So they pay you for telling people about this. So if you just tell your friend that I can get them an account with Isagenix to get their own groceries online, then you essentially get $50 back if they buy the middle pack. And if you refer 2 people in a week, then you can get another $50. But the cool thing is they'll double that if you have 2 people in a week. So that's $200. And then especially if you refer 2 people, you're going to be a consultant with their business. And that's just the fancy term for referring 2 people, just means you're a consultant. And so they give you an automatic $50 for that. How cool is that? You can get $250 just by referring 2 people to get the products online. And you didn't really have to do any selling. You can just refer them to me. So that's essentially how I explain, you know, the products and the IsaBody and the opportunity. And then the last thing is if they tell me they want to get enrolled, of course I take their enrollment and then I send them a welcome email, and Chris will put a post of the welcome email on what I explain to people, and I put a link in there and what a shake day is, what a cleanse day is, that sort of thing. The using your tools part of it, and I don't know how much time I necessarily have, but I just want to reiterate to people is go into your back office, click on the contests and promotions tab, and read all of those things in there, because they're so important for you to know what the comp plan's like, what IsaBody challenge is like, what the you know, things that you have to do for the IsaBody challenge, that sort of thing. The other websites that I like to use are isagenixhealth.net, Isagenix Business. I have a whole folder in my Safari that I just have all of the links from Isagenix Health. So if somebody asks me about pregnancy, then I just send them the Isagenix Health link for the Isagenix and pregnancy. And that's just so easy. And you don't have to like ask somebody. You can just go into the website and send them the link. So that's really, really important. I would just get a folder in your Internet Explorer, Safari, or whatever, and just save all of the links from Isagenix Health. There's links on diabetes. There's links on safety of the products. There's just so many different things. All the amped line, all of that. So if you don't have to know every single little thing about all of the products. All you have to do is send them a link from the product, videos and stuff that are already on there. Let's see. Laura, do I have a couple minutes? Do you want to see ISA tools? Yeah, 2 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me get to ISA tools. I hope I'm not like blabbing on or anything. So this is a really cool thing that Isogenics has for us business builders. It costs $14.99 a month. And the cool thing about it is it has all of the things that we need to know to share with people. So if I add a new contact, I'm going to put in their name, first and last name at least, and an email. And I'm going to add them to an automatic 30-day weight loss program. Okay? And what that is, oh my goodness, can I get to the X here? Okay, and what that is, so if you go up to here and look at the coaching emails, and you come down to the 30-day weight loss, and all of these messages will be automatically sent to your people. If you want to change them, this is what it says, but if you want to change them, you can alter anything in there. If you like to tell people a certain thing about, you know, the system or about cleansing or whatever, then you can just put it there. So I just wanted to tell you real quick, or show you. I was trying to find the one that that I used. I'm not sure where it's at, but anyway, I put my own little videos in there, and I put my own lists of like snacks on a cleanse day and things like this. This is something that is so duplicatable. Like every single time you just add a new person, just add them to the system. And it's not like you have to, you know, back in the day, we used to like follow up on day 1 and day 4 and day 11 and 14 and 30 and, you know, things like that. This does it automatically. So it's kind of a no-brainer to use. So I just have my team email me emails, and you can just go to coaching emails and then alter them. And then you put in contacts from here. I think there's a lot of other cool things on there, like digital media. If you wanted to share any of these things with any of your prospects or any of your people, they have like business things. They have, you know, you share. They have amped products. They have stuff about the dairy-free, stuff about the coffee, things like that. So it's just absolutely awesome. So if you have anything that you want to send to anybody, I'd be happy to try to get them hooked up with any sort of video. But if you want to get it yourself, then that's certainly a cool tool. Well, I hope I didn't, you know, go crazy at all, Laura. And if there's something else that somebody wants to ask, and feel free to do so.
Hey, Michelle, would you just stop the share screen real quick, and we'll come back to a full screen.
Sure. Got it.
Oh, there we are. All right, that was awesome, Michelle. Thank you so much for everything you shared. I know we're running a little bit later than usual tonight, and I do apologize for our late start and all of our technical challenges, but that was awesome. And so, you know, everybody's got a slightly different technique on how they share, but the basic premise is the same. And I think Michelle touched upon that. You know, you really want to relate to people. You want to send them effective, duplicatable information, right? Definitely use our testimonials page. That's really a powerful tool. Be excited and set an appointment to get them on the phone. I love IsoTools. I think IsoTools is something we could probably do a full training on, and maybe between Michelle and Chris, we can set that up for a future training call, because it's a really powerful tool. And for people who are busy and working, it's just a way to streamline and simplify a lot of what we do. So Michelle, thank you for your awesome little pearls of wisdom tonight in terms of how you manage a crazy, hectic full-time career, a family and kids, and you are crushing your Isogenics business at the same time. And you're right, just doing things that you can duplicate over and over and over again with each person and each contact is what simplifies and streamlines this whole process. So thank you for all of that. And if you all have questions, I think Chris has been tasked with posting her tools and the things that she does, her email, her prospect checklist, and the Trudy Maples video
in our Dreamers in Action page. So if you have additional questions from there, I would suggest going to our Dreamers in Action page where the post is up and just asking your questions there. We can always follow back up. Don't forget, s'mores are out. Thank you, Michele. You'll have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in Phoenix for New Year kickoff. Thank you all so much. And Chris, you can cut our recording.